What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Today, I'm here to talk about Herkit 3.0. Let's get it.
Favorite reader, that's who you are. Traveling near, traveling far. Through every chapter, you're the star. Favorite reader, that's who you are.
Okay, so like I just said, this year I'm partaking in Herkit. I was like on the fence, but then I decided to sit this one out like I have been the past couple of years. I've always watched other people's videos, but I wasn't gonna do it. And then Shelby Monet from Shelby in the Book Club was like, yeah, you should do it, girl. Do it. So that's what I'm here to talk about. I'm committed. So a couple of things before I get into this video. I went back and forth on how I wanted to organize Herkit. First of all, what is Herkit? It is short for the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. And this is the third iteration. It was started by QWERTY, which I'll put her information here. And it's a way, like it literally says, it is designed to be nearly impossible to complete, but the goal of Herkit is not to complete it. The goal is to broaden your reading habits. I'm on my computer, that's why I'm looking down. Anyways, that's what it is. There's 25 prompts on this bingo board, and each prompt has like a number that you have to complete. So each prompt is a mini reading challenge in and of itself. Pretty cool. I've watched other people's videos. This was developed by her in 2024. Like I said, this is the third iteration. It runs from July 7th to July 6th of the next year. So it's an annual reading challenge, and you can start it on July 1st. Okay. Before I get into more of this video, I went back and forth for days on how I wanted to organize what these videos would look like. Nothing seemed like a good way to present the information to y'all based on the content that I already make. So I didn't really want to come on here so I don't know. It was a lot of different options and none of them seemed to fit perfectly. And again, this is like a last minute decision. So what I'm going to do moving forward, I will be showing y'all my board, what my progress is, the books that I selected for each prompt. And then I'm going to give like a quick review because I will have deeper reviews on my actual channel. But I also know that not everybody watches all of your videos. So cool. That's great. I will talk about where I'm at in the challenge, maybe some things that I'm like struggling with, maybe some things I'm enjoying, some surprises, whatever my thoughts are. And then just give y'all a quick review, quick synopsis, quick 1-2 hit it, quit it of whatever the book is on there. And then just general experience of doing this challenge. That's the way I think I'm gonna do this. It might change. We'll see how this works out. And unlike my Ulysses series where I do put up a video once a month showing my progress, I don't think I'll have like a regular interval of when these videos will go up. It'll just be when I have some stuff to talk about that's related to Herkit. Who knows? I don't know the intervals that they'll go up. But as of right now, this could change. But that's where I'm at right now. Okay. When you sign up for this reading challenge or decide to partake, there is a spreadsheet available, which I'll be using on the back end. And to be honest, I'm only using one sheet. I'm reading the sheet that has the prompts, but I'm only actually filling out one of the sheets. I know I'm not utilizing it to the best of its ability, but for me, that's kind of the only thing I need to use to organize my stuff. I love watching other people using all their sheets. It's very cool, very interesting. I just know I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick to this one sheet. That's where I'm going to put my books that I'm choosing for the prompts, check them off, see my tracker, and then come back to y'all. And then that spreadsheet also has a bingo board on it, which I'll put here. I'm using my own board and kind of update just because I'm making content on it. So I'll put it up on the screen so y'all can see where we at. And that's enough. That's enough of the housekeeping. I'm just going to jump in to where we are. Okay, let me see. I'm looking down, y'all. I got my computer. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna pull up my spreadsheet. This seems, and what I can say, this seems fun. So far, it seems fun. It seems entertaining. It seems exciting, but it does seem involved. She called it the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do for a reason, because it's very involved. I was like, dang, 5 books in this one prompt. Okay. 11 books in this prompt. Okay. It is involved, and it does have you like really thinking outside of your comfort zone. Well, me personally, there are some prompts that I was easily able to like think of books that I already own that I haven't read that would fit the prompt. There are some prompts I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do yet, but I will be going through like my own shelves and my own like inventory to see what I have that might fit the prompts. There are some things I know I don't have books for, but that's okay. This is a year-long challenge, and I don't have to worry about that right now. If they come up along the way and they seem to fit the prompt, cool. But I know I have quite a bit that already fit at least some of the prompts, so I should be good for a little minute. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay. Some books I have nothing for, I already know, and I'll be getting those as it come along. Anyways, let's see where we are right now. So again, I'm only using one sheet of the spreadsheet, like I said. That is the log sheet. And then I'm looking at the prompts sheet just to kind of see what the prompts actually mean here and there. But let's talk about the ones I've already done. So for the food pyramid, the prompt is choose 5 books from 5 different kinds of foods that fit into the food pyramid. It does not have to be the official food pyramid, as it seems to constantly change, but the spirit of the food pyramid by reading any books with different elements of food on the cover. Proteins, fruits, veggies, grains, etc. Also, this is not a technically this is an edible prompt. It must be food for humans. Okay. I just realized the book that I chose does not fit this. Actually, I'm going to skip that because I thought that the food had to be in the title. So I was actually wrong with a few of the ones that I had on here. I didn't read that carefully. I thought the food had to be in the title, but it has to be a picture of the food on the cover. So I will not be doing that one. I did not meet that. Let me take off a few of these, actually. So I have one completed for Rainbow of Words. Let me read what that prompt is. You could probably tell by the name. Find titles with the color in the title as one of the words. One of each, no doubling up. So you have to find a book with red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, white, black, silver, or gold in the title. So the one that I chose was Black AF History by Michael Herkit. I have a full review of this already on my channel, but like I said, I'm gonna give y'all a quick hit it and quit it. This book is a humorous account of Black history in America and globally. It talks about Black people's impact in being pioneers and being freedom fighters and being inventors and being change agents. It's really a book that's all encompassing, and it's written in a way that's so satirical and so humorous that it kind of breaks up some of the hard things to read about, some of the more infuriating things to read about. I like it because his personality just shines throughout this book. I really did enjoy it. It's something that I found myself laughing at, ha, and I know that his personality and humor might be off-putting to people, some people, because I read books that other people think are funny, and I don't think they're funny at all. I actually think they're annoying. But this one, it had my type of humor. It was funny. It was like ironic. It was, like I said, satirical, and it had a lot of information that I didn't know. And even the information that I did know, like about the founding of America, about like prison labor, about civil rights, about all of that, even the stuff that I did know, he took a different angle, and I appreciated it. And another good thing about this book, he actually infused his own family history throughout the books. So you got to see Black history in general, but you also got to see his family's Black history. So that was pretty cool to me. That counted for Black in the Rainbow of Words. What else have I done? Okay, and then I finished one off of all those secret prompts. This one, let me read the prompt. Herkit 2.0 saw 12 secret prompts each month. Some of them you did and some you missed, but now you have the opportunity to do them all. You do not need to do more than one book per prompt. Okay? So the one that I did was last name is a first name. That was The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. When this video comes out, I won't have my review out at this very moment because I haven't recorded it yet, and I won't record it until after this video is out. But I did finish it, and so I'm gonna give you a quick review. That book surprised me. I liked it way more than I thought I did. It's not the type of book I would normally gravitate towards. Like, in a way, it is historical fiction, and I like historical fiction. But I don't typically go for, like, I guess, I don't know. I don't know. If I'm reading books that's like surrounding World War II or surrounding any kind of war, it's typically nonfiction. I'm not saying I don't, but I don't know. I didn't have any interest in this book when I first saw it. When I saw people's reviews and they were glowing, I was like, it's not speaking to me. It's not calling out for me. But then my neighborhood started a book club, and that was the first book. And so I read the book. I gave it a fair chance, and I really did enjoy it. Like, I just thought it would be okay. Just like, I finished it. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. But I actually liked it. I liked the conversations around sisterhood, parenthood, daughterhood, like love and war, and then love in war. I like the idea of thinking about risk, like what it means to be, thinking about what it means to be a hero and on what scale. It's a lot in that book that it was easy to grab onto and bite onto. A lot of stuff to think about. I enjoyed that book, and that counted for the last name is the first name because the author is Kristen Hanna. Okay, then what else have I filled out? Okay, 3 in this prompt, the titular counting. That is, okay, who doesn't love counting the number of words in the title? Just me? Okay. Read books with different amounts of words from 1 to 10. It's that simple. So the ones that I read was number 2, The Wilderness. Again, actually for all 3 of these books that I'm about to say in this title, I haven't done a full review on yet, which is probably the opposite of how the videos will be moving forward. This is the first video, so the timing of it was a little off to my liking. Usually, I think you'll be able to see this video after my review videos have already come out. But in this case, in this video, I haven't done reviews on any of these. But The Wilderness is a book about sisterhood, friendship, grief, forgiveness, like reconciliation, social commentary, social justice. It's a lot going on in this book, but it's a lot going on in the world. It really is centered around this group of friends and them growing together, apart, with each other over decades. That's what this book is about. The reason I haven't done my review on this yet, I've been trying to figure out what I really think about this book. And so I can't even really give y'all what I truly think, but I'll kind of throw some thoughts around right here. This book had a lot going on, but at the same time, I think I'm still up in the air. I think that it worked for this book. And the reason I'm not sure is because there were times where I wish there was pieces of the book that I just feel like I didn't know what I was supposed to get out of it. But then when I looked at the book as a whole, and when I looked at other sections, they were so powerful, and the ideas that's being presented and the thoughts behind what's going on, I feel like it made up for my lack of interest, I guess, in some points or some storylines or some parts. And then what was disjointed a little bit in the storytelling. I feel like I'm trying to determine if that was intentional because of the way this friend group was set up. The way that the story was told, sometimes non-linear. I don't know if it worked or not. I'm on the fence. I liked it. I can't say I loved it, but I did like it, and I'm still trying to figure out where I'm at with that. So when I get to my full review, all of my thoughts will be together. The next one that counted for 5 words is Galen, A Romance in Black. That's by Walter Mosley. I checked this out from the library, and I like this book. Like, I really did. I feel like this book had a lot of good points to go on. After I shared on my Instagram story about this book, somebody felt very passionately about the fact that they hated this book. And their points was valid. It was about, like, this book should have trigger warnings. Also, with all of these books, check your trigger warnings. The Wilderness, too. It starts off with some heavy grief type stuff. But in Galen, there's a lot of trigger warnings, too. There's, like, SA. There's grief, like I said. There's, like, violence. There's a lot going on in here. This book goes over, like, police brutality and even the relationship between black men and police in their community. It goes over illness. It goes over grief, love, relationships. Like, a whole lot. Galen, who the book is named after, is the love child of his parents. And first, the book starts out with his parents meeting, falling in love, the differences between them, because it seems like they like night and day. Opposites really do attract. And they were each other's person. You got to see what's going on. His dad is neurodivergent. His mom ended up being a doctor. His dad is like this great cook at this vegan restaurant. You just get to see a whole lot with this book. And Galen ends up being, again, a love child, their only child together. And you get to see him come of age. There are some twists and turns in this book and some shocking things. The ending of this book, I can't wait to talk about that in my full review. But yeah, that's that. And the last one that I finished for this titular counting is 6 words. I Who Have Never Known Men. This book, at first I thought I needed some time to see how I felt about this, but I don't. The way that I felt about it when I finished it is pretty much the way that I still feel. Full review coming soon, like I said. This book was... I want to wait till my full review because I feel like I really got to explain what I feel. But let me give you just like a synopsis of what's going on. 40 women are in a bunker when the book starts out. One of the women is a girl. They don't know why they're in this underground bunker. They don't know why they're locked up. They don't know who these people are who are jailing them. They don't know nothing. One girl, the youngest girl, all she knows is this place. She really doesn't have any like recollection, memory, nothing of outside of this place. It's 40 women in here. The other women, they have memories of their past life before they got here, but it almost seems like that itself is also a prison. That is a prison of itself, because when you think about all the stuff you lost and what it used to be and where you are, like you think about the impact that that has when you no longer have it. It's literally been snatched from you. Like whether they had families, kids, lives, whatever. Think about all that being taken, and now you are imprisoned and treated like scum. And then the book takes a shift. It takes a shift, but that's pretty much the premise throughout it. There's other stuff that happened in this book, and I'll figure out like what I want to say in my full review without giving too much away. But this book is philosophical in a lot of ways. It can be taken literally. It also can be metaphorically understood. It's a lot to think about when such little amount of things go on in a book. Okay, there's that. There's another book that I read that was on my food pyramid prompt, but it doesn't fit because, like I said, I had it there. Well, you know, I'll move that. I'll move that and then come back and do my review on that before. But yeah, that's it for now. I'll be updating y'all along the way. Right now, like I said, it's exciting. You know, you got a blank sheet, you get the mix and match. I don't know if it's going to become a point where it's daunting, but I do know it's very involved. It's very involved. I will first, in order to fill this out, I think the first thing I'll do is go over what I already own that I haven't read to see if anything fits the prompts. And then we'll see, check the library, if I'm buying books from like places, whatever. But I think first I'll check to see what I have to fit the prompts, because there's a few that I have on here already that fit the prompts, but we ain't there yet. This is an annual challenge. Again, I have a year to do this. So I'm not in a rush, but if the books that I'm reading fit the prompts, I'm going to put them in the prompts. And I know like the further along in it that I get, the more challenging it'll be, because I have less options for what can fit in said prompts. But that's it. Whew, I feel like I said a mouthful. I feel like I've been talking for a minute. That's it though. I will be back. With updates. So if y'all are doing this, let me know, because I want to follow y'all journey too. Leave a comment. Let me know so I can see, check in, see what y'all doing, what prompts y'all at, and what y'all experiences are. And yeah, that's it, y'all. We'll see you on the next one.
Pages turning soft as silk, stories flowing like warm milk. A journey starts with every line, worlds unfolding in your mind. Bookmarks falling where dreams collide. Every cover's got a tale inside. Favorite read